Welcome to Several Questions with Nate Chappell, Finn Hammond, and Johnny Fisher.
So, the way the Several Questions work is that basically we found a machine in the woods called the Questionator 5000 that was evidently engineered to generate infinite, very silly questions, and Johnny, Finn, and I have dedicated our lives to answering them all one by one by one. First of all, right off the top, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the show the other night. Oh man, we had a good time. There was 150,000 laughs. I went through the audio and counted it. I'm sorry for all the people that showed up that couldn't get in. We added an extra 300 seats and still could not accommodate everyone. So, sorry about that. It's just like, we actually had enough room in the place. It was just that the laughs were so cacophonous that it was getting dangerous.
Yeah,
it was like the decibels were crazy.
Deafening.
Yeah, deafening. Literally, we had one guy go deaf.
Yeah, which was funny, and it
was me.
Once Johnny went deaf, then we were saying all sorts of stuff about him, and he couldn't hear it. That was the funny part.
No, I was still laughing.
Yeah,
I think
he was still laughing.
I'm not sure.
I think.
Yeah, and now he's guessing really well at what we're saying. He's reading. He got the Zoom transcript app. We're just typing out everything we say as we say it.
I'm pantomiming everything. Though what I just said is kind of hard to act out.
Well, it's hard to act out pantomime, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Because you're doing the thing that you're doing. You know, you'd have to do pant. Hey. You'd have to do 3 syllables.
Yeah, pant, 3 words.
Oh, but still the mime part. I guess the mime thing you could do the pulling the rope thing as long as they don't guess. Are you pulling a rope? Then it's
you
like no.
Yeah.
Then you gotta do a sign, whatever meta means. Like however you'd have to like do Mark Zuckerberg, and to be like it's more meta than that. Back up, you know. Anyway,
that's right.
But maybe I'll just jot this down to show Johnny. See,
that
pantomime. I drew a picture.
Oh, okay.
I drew a picture of somebody pantomiming.
Okay, hold on.
All right. It worked perfectly. So, Johnny, are you ready for a question or what? This is our first question after the show. My heart is racing. We're recording this before the show. And I am still like coming down off that high. You know what I mean? How about you, John?
Oh,
that's not your question. I'm just asking you. Are you still riding that high? Oh, he couldn't hear me. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
He's literally still there.
Let's just move on.
Johnny's still at the venue.
just smiling.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't hear that anyone left.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Johnny, here we go.
What is the best word for vomit?
I mean, there's a lot of words come to mind. Spew is pretty good because it's like not too gross, but very informative.
If you're gonna spew in this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like a good gross one. It's not too gross. Upchuck. It's kind of funny.
There's something gross about upchuck. It has a certain chunkiness to it, you know, that like makes you think of food, chunky stew or something.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's a trajectory, like you're shooting it upwards too.
That's true. You're chucking it up.
Puke is pretty gross, but it's kind of have funny tonation.
Are these all verb nouns?
Puke, upchuck, spew. I don't know. Would you call puke spew? Like as a noun, you know, like a pile of spew. I don't imagine doing that.
Pile of spew.
No, I guess
I think
not.
Spew really like has so much action behind it. You know, it's so descriptive in action that I feel like there's no noun. A pile.
Is there one that's strictly noun?
Let's see. Vomit, puke.
Vomit, technically, but
not.
No, it's not.
Technically.
Projectile. Vomit.
Not even technically.
Vomiting.
I think vomit is.
I know. That's like the only actual word we're talking about. And you're like, well, technically, the only one we could prove. Hork. Ralph, I think, is a funny old-timey one.
Yeah, it must be good.
Because it's like onomatopoeic.
Somebody's name.
Yeah, poor Ralph.
If there was a true onomatopoeia of puke, it would be like, oh, right? I don't know how you.
I say puke when I do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's where it comes from.
I taught Wes puke very early on. That's her chosen. That's what apparently my chosen word is. I think that's the best word for vomit. I think vomit is way grosser than puke, by the way. The word vomit is one of the worst. And that's like the real one.
Yeah.
But that is that one just, there's something like viscous about it in my mind. You know what I mean?
Grotesque.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So puke is and hearing a little kid talk about puke is really funny to me. I'm gonna puke. Like, I don't know, something about it makes the whole situation a little better.
Like a '90s
Ralph.
teenager. Ralph. Oh yeah, Ralph.
I'm going
So
to vomit.
funny. Oh yeah, that's scary. This kid says that.
Pretty gross. You're thinking like Exorcist at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah, this kid's gonna turn
projectile
its-
vomit. That's something that people say.
Yeah, but yeah. hmm I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I would say, I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys have ever been around kids puking much.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
But they
that
tend
happens all the
to,
time.
it tends to fall out. Like, it's like the opposite of projectile. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Just
they open their
dribbles.
mouth and it just like, like they don't know. Because they don't know they don't know what's going on. So their throat is just like, I don't know. Let's just open up and let whatever's going to happen. I don't know where this is going.
Overflow.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Johnny, I interrupted a great story, I'm sure. When did you projectile vomit?
No, I mean, several
Terry
times.
Gross over here.
Pick one. Yeah.
Let's see. Did you have any August ones? This is how I'm going to pick by month.
I think so. Yeah, there's a time I was floating down the Sugar River on an inner tube, and
I get it.
we stopped.
He's
at
on
a
the good
sandbar.
stuff.
Yeah,
Down
And,
the Sugar River.
everybody decided that we also had to shotgun a beer, and I wasn't really on board, but you got to partake, I guess, because everyone else is doing it,
Mhm.
and peer pressure. So
Yeah, peer pressure is
shotgun
good.
this
That's what
beer.
you're saying? Hey, you got to do it.
yeah,
Oh, you were at a pier. I see.
no.
You
Yeah.
stopped at your inner tube at a pier.
It was the sandbar. It was a pier on the sandbar that we were at, and I had shotgunned this beer, and it didn't really go down well. Like it was a lot of really gassy,
Uh-huh.
and so I was just kind of like, "Ooh, I gotta burp," and I burped, and then I kind of like have that little tinge in the back of your throat, and I was like, yeah, that didn't go down well at all. I'm like, I don't think this is gonna end well, so I just kind of wandered off just a few feet away from everyone, and then I just like had another gas bubble come up, and I turned my head, and when I did that, it just shot like 6 to 8 feet out of my mouth, just a stream, and like out into the water, and it's just once, just droop out, and then it stopped, and I had this like surprised look, and I looked to my left, a little back at the other people, and this one girl was looking at me. She saw me do it. Everyone else didn't pay attention, and then she also kind of was like wide-eyed, and I was wide-eyed, and then so then we were just kind of like we kept that to ourselves, I guess.
And that's when you knew. That's
And
when
it just
you knew.
floated back, down the river, like
you've
at
been-
everyone else.
And you've been in love
And
ever
together
since.
ever since. Yes. Oh my god!
In fact, if I remember right, you guys puked in each other's mouths at your wedding. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Beautiful.
what was the reaction
Sorry.
besides the lifetime of marriage? Were people impressed by it?
They didn't see it.
Were they
I think he
gross?
just told the
They
whole
didn't see it. It
story.
was just
No
that one
one-
girl. Just
no
that
one
one
but
girl.
that one girl saw.
I thought.
Where'd you go?
Just the girl saw.
Yeah.
I thought. I don't know. For some
Just the
reason,
girl
I
saw it,
thought. Was
and
she
then they-
impressed?
Well, I'll tell the story since Johnny just told it. She was really wide-eyed, just like Johnny was, and surprised, but didn't say anything. So Johnny's not going to know the answer to your question.
Oh, okay.
She was wide-eyed, so I guess
there's no
impressed.
follow-up.
Yes, I would say.
Yes,
I don't know in a good
Okay.
way.
probably
There's
just
all
as much
sorts
as
of
I
ways
was.
to leave an impression, I guess.
Mhm.
Like that one time I stepped on a rake and it left an impression in my forehead.
Mhm.
Do you remember that? You can see it.
Yeah.
It's
Always wondered about that.
That's why they call me Denty. Nobody calls me that. Okay? Don't start calling me that. Please, nobody call me Denty. Let's move on to the next question.
What is your favorite acronym?
There's quite a few. I was in a band that was called SCA when I was a teenager, and it stood for Schizophrenic Cats Anonymous, but we decided we didn't like that meaning.
Because you didn't.
So we just called it.
So then you changed your music to ska, or was it already ska?
We changed. It was ska adjacent. I think we had like a ska type song.
That's why you
actually.
spelled it different. Like that's why you spelled it SCA. That was your like excuse.
Yeah, we
Once
didn't
you
want to
ditched
get
the
flagged.
acronym, you're like, okay, actually, we're gonna just make it a ska band. It's ska adjacent though, so we're gonna spell it differently.
Yeah, we're all gonna wear fedoras now.
Mm-hmm.
We got this.
But
Don't worry,
not ties.
guys.
But not ties. That's because you're ska
No,
adjacent.
no. Yeah, that's where the K comes in.
You
There
put the K
we
in
kept
tie.
changing. Yeah. So we play shows and we keep changing the name of the band, but people knew it was us because we had the same 3 letters and we were the band that kept changing. So SCA was our acronym.
Oh, I see. So you kept changing the meaning
know.
of the acronym.
Yeah, like
That's
Super
pretty fun.
Crazy Astronauts or whatever. So that's maybe my favorite acronym. But in the largely used ones, what does CAPTCHA stand for? Is that an acronym or is that just a
Yeah, I
name?
think it is, but I don't know what it means. Should we look
That's
it up? I'm
pretty
going to look it up
long.
quick here. You guys keep talking.
There's also Resident Evil, the agency that like there's some sort of crime fighting stars, and do you know what that stands for, Johnny?
No.
Special Tactics and Rescue Squad. It's like a cool word and has the acronym's actually like perfect. So I like stars, I think. How about you, Johnny?
Statistical teenage. No,
If
I
you're
like
gonna make one, you make
TMNT. I was trying to make one up out of start, but yeah.
Weird.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles.
They're the
They're
terrific.
the terrific 3. This is
2,
before Leonardo was
3.
added.
Yeah.
So CAPTCHA actually is just a word in an Australian accent. It's just capture but it's Australian. I looked it up.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's actually this sounds like a reverse engineered acronym. Completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart.
So the Turing test is to check if you're a robot,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I guess it makes sense. That's
Yes,
what it's
except the
doing.
test to tell doesn't fit in the.
Yeah.
Like they just
Yeah.
removed it. They're like, again, too many T's.
That's
They
what I
had the TMNT TTT problem. We basically
think
had
they
the same
did that.
thing, and that proves that we're human,
Yeah.
That's right.
just like they are.
Mhm.
Well, great. I don't think we ever have to do a CAPTCHA again. I like laser, even though I don't know what it stands for. I like, scuba's fun to say.
Laser's an acronym. I didn't know. What does scuba stand for? Sub crest underwater
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
body astronaut. I think that's actually, if it's not that, it should be that.
Do you know what it is, Johnny?
Nope.
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Oh, that's cool.
Feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, and I knew that a bit. If it was a multiple choice, I would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Laser is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. They should go with that, actually, I think, instead of laser. That sounds even sexy.
Yeah.
Stimulated emission? Oh, my God.
Mhm. Ooh.
Yeah,
Radiation.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the last one was.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, I love radiation.
Things are getting hot.
Okay. I think we've explored.
Yeah.
Any other acronyms we want to discuss? SQ. Several questions. Air?
Mm.
Dare.
Oh, dare. What's
Dare to
dare?
keep-
Their drugs are
Real
excellent.
excellent. Here it is. Drug abuse resistance education.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
at-
that's retroactive.
We didn't really
most of
have
them-
dare. We had AOTA, it was called. Alcohol and other drug awareness.
oh,
We just
aorta.
there was no resistance. It was just awareness, no resistance. So we just did like every time we'd go into a meeting, we'd come out tripping balls on some other drug, you know what I mean? So I know
just
all
so
of them.
you're
Ask me
aware.
about any of them. I am super aware of all of their effects and everything. I'll tell you what. Viagra, I'm not going to tell you what it does, but just trust me. It gives you a real laser. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it was stimulated
Yeah, they gave us that in high school. It was
explosion. What is it?
cool. What?
Stimulated explosion.
Emission.
What's the E? Emission.
Yeah.
Okay.
Explosion. You wish. Yeah, right. Maybe at your age.
Light
you know what I mean?
amplification
Anyways.
by laser. Why don't they call it a labser?
Why?
Be in there.
Where's the B? Where's the beef?
By.
Oh, I think by is a small letter, so you can like one of those little words, you know,
Article.
Like of
or whatever. I don't preposition. I don't know what it is. I have a preposition for you though. Let's move on to the next question.
Do you like to alphabetize?
Do I like to alphabetize? No, I would say I like things to be alphabetized. But I do not like
Don't
to
necessarily like doing
alphabetize.
it.
No.
Yeah.
I find it really exhausting, actually. I'm not real good at it. Like, my brain just will hang up and I'll just like have to really think hard about something that should be very obvious. I used to have to do it a lot. I used to work at Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference. And I used to, so you'd have to return the videos, you know, they'd drop them in the bin. And then you'd go in the bin and hide in there for a little while if you didn't feel like working and wanted to scare people as they tried to drop things in the bin. Sometimes I'd lay in there. There was a cushy carpeted bottom to the bin. I did actually take a nap in there a couple times. But
It's probably early in the morning too, right? You like you
or late at night.
open up shop.
I would either open or close. So it was, or during I did it once during inventory. We were doing an overnight inventory, and I took a nap in the return bin and was awoken to a video hitting me on the head. Titanic, double video, double tape, you know, double cassette. So it was extra hefty.
Mm-hmm.
Could have killed me. That rubber band could have wrapped around my neck and choked me to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of those
Alphabetized
clamshells
me
could
under dead.
have
Yeah.
closed on your face.
Well, and I'm, as you guys know, I'm allergic to clams. So
Mhm.
anyway, so I would
Really
get
dangerous
these,
place for
yeah,
you.
really dangerous. So I'd get these, especially Disney titles, because they'd always have the clamshell cover boxes. Because the other ones were called, this is a word that I know that nobody else knows, and now I forgot it. It's called an amaret. Those smaller clamshells for VHS tapes, rental VHS tapes, not like the big ones, but the ones that you'd normally get are called amarets.
That state Blockbuster on them.
Yeah, and actually I was exposed to too many amarets, and I turned into Eiderman. Or no, did I turn into the
God.
Incredible Hulk? I turned into the Incredible Hulk. That's right.
Yeah. If you got bit by a
Amaret. I got
What are
my
they
finger
called?
pinched by an
Amaret.
Amaret.
yeah, then you got
And
this
then
one,
I
yeah.
actually got hit with some grandma rays, and then
Started to outfit
that's when I learned to knit or quilt.
Oh, wow.
I guess. Sorry, John, I didn't want to put you into the quilting grandma
You won't
category.
like me when I quilt.
You won't like me.
funny.
You will like me when I make cookies.
There you go.
So yeah, I don't like to alphabetize. Oh, so then I'd have to, before you return them, run them all out to the wall. You'd have to alphabetize them on the counter, and it was just very tedious.
Yeah.
Although, now that I think about it, it was kind of like a nice thing to do, because you wouldn't. The longer that took, the less you'd have to deal with customers.
Yeah. But
Do you
almost
recite
anything's
the
better than that.
Alphabet every time. A, B, C, D, E, F.
Yeah,
Oh,
I sing the
G
song.
goes here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go to the second letter, and then I have to start the alphabet over.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know there's certain places where I definitely know. It's like in groups of 3. But, like I don't know what comes before J, but I know what comes after J.
I don't know.
I think,
before
hold on,
J.
let me check.
H-I.
Where's Vigo?
Viggo Mortensen? He's probably at his. He's got a ranch in Montana. I think he's probably there. Just
Yeah.
Or is that not who you were talking about?
I'm always talking about
Why are
Viggo.
you always bringing up Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah. Oh,
Mortensen.
I'm sorry.
What's his name? Mortensen, right? Viggo Mortensen?
Mortensen. Yeah, that's true.
Was he the... whatever, who cares? No, I was going to say the Highlander, but that's not what I mean. Dirk Gently. No, he was Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, that was... Right?
famous
No, I'm
feat.
thinking of Van Morrison. Anyway, do you guys like to alphabetize?
I don't in my daily life. I have the only thing I would have to alphabetize is books, I guess. I don't have like a CD or record collection.
Yeah, that really went
And-
out. Like, we don't have a lot of stuff to alphabetize anymore. Because, like, all of my
Mhm.
files I can just alphabetize by hitting that one little button on the top of my Finder window that says name.
Yeah. I don't have anything. I do have a video store story that has to do with alphabetizing. I used
Hold
to
on,
work
let's talk
at
about
one.
Johnny. Do you think should we let him tell this? Or
Yeah, Joe.
thanks for bringing this to us, Finn. What do you think?
Mhm.
It
I
actually.
mean, I think we've heard enough video storage stories.
Oh, really? But this one
Yeah,
has
I
to do with
guess- yeah, we probably-
alphabetization too.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna vote
Okay.
yes, Johnny.
Okay, we can do it. Yeah.
Okay, Johnny abstains,
Alright.
so the yeses have it. Okay, Finn.
There was for the videos we'd put. So okay, I don't know how. I worked at like a video store. It wasn't Blockbuster, but it was might as well have been. And
What was it
you
called?
put the case. It was called 5-Star Video. I think it was
that's
like
funny.
one of three.
The one in Madison downtown that competed with Blockbuster was called 4-Star Video. It wasn't as good as
Oh.
yours, probably.
I guess not. So we had the boxes that you put out on the shelves where people can see them. Those had to go in alphabetical order. And then the DVDs, because I think at that point it was entirely DVDs,
Right.
were numbered. And oh my God, like whoever the person would be like, hey, can you do like, can I do I'll owe you one if you just let me do a 5-star video. There's two people on a shift and you'd split duties. So often one person would have to put the DVDs in the back and one person the boxes on the shelves. And if you got the DVDs in the back, it was so annoying because you just had to look at numbers all day.
Hmm.
Whereas the alphabetization was so much easier. I think it's kind of like a shorthand for putting it in number. You know, it like makes categorizing a lot easier than putting it in numeric.
What if you have numbers and letters?
That's worse than both, I think.
Do you put numbers
just
at the beginning,
confusing.
or this is an unrelated kind of? But if you're alphabetizing something and you've got like 12 monkeys, for instance, do you put that in the beginning of the alphabet, or do you put that in the T's?
Going T's.
Not in my rules. Not in Blockbuster rules either.
Really?
Numbers
All the
go
number
before.
ones got their own?
I think so.
It'd be like advantageous to make your movie a number movie then, you know, to fit the Blockbuster model.
I don't know, would it? Because it's not like anybody starts at the beginning, really.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They're just wondering. Yeah.
And you only have like a limited amount of time, and you can't move backwards. So if you want it, you better
Yes.
get it. You better just like it's not. It's like the yellow pages.
Mhm.
What is it?
yeah,
like the
you
alphabet?
haven't.
Yeah, that's something that's alphabetized. Yellow pages.
You put the new releases out front, right? Sorry to make this a
Yes.
video store thing.
Yeah,
You were
new
trying to make
releases
those
were
the
on
most-
one wall, but you'd want to kind of mix it up a little with the other kind of movies to try to get traffic to the middle too. You don't want to make it too easy.
Mm.
But yes,
I see.
because you want to walk they'd have a new release wall, and then all the non-new releases were on in a library, kind of like on shelving off the wall. And that cult section was way off the wall. You know what I mean? It had some weird movies in there. I'll tell you that. Oh man. Oh, like Billy Madison. Have you ever heard of that one? Wow, that one's crazy. Jeez, it's like, is that guy a baby or a grown man? I don't know. Sometimes he talks like a baby. You know what I mean?
In the cult section.
I guess that was in employee favorites.
Okay.
Now,
I wonder who's.
Charmed was in the occult section.
Okay.
And I don't know why that's the occult movie I thought of right away instead of like, I don't know, Exorcist or Omen or any other of those poltergeist. I don't know, but whatever.
Practical Magic.
Yeah, Practical
occult?
Magic, Impractical Magic. The movie just never got off the ground. That was just a nightmare logistically. That's just what I have to say about that. Okay, let's move along to another. Let's go on to our D question.
If I invited you to a potluck, what would you bring?
Chips and dip.
Yeah, what kind of dip?
Probably would depend on the mood, but more than likely French onion, because everyone likes that.
Yeah, that's a real winner. With what? Ruffles or Lay's or what?
Yeah, something like that. Probably Ruffles. Got ridges.
Ooh, I would kick you out. I hate Ruffles.
Yeah.
They hurt my
Well, then,
mouth. I got a
have to be
sensitive little
Lay's.
mouth.
Maybe Lay's then.
Yeah.
Lay's.
Now that you
'Cause I'm
know.
going to your place.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
They'll cut up your mouth. They're all laser.
No, Lay's
They
are.
cut up your mouth and laser.
Oh, lasers
Laser.
cut up my mouth.
Lasers cut up your mouth. and
Laser
so
cut
do
up my
Lay's
mouth.
potato chips.
But I don't think Frito-Lays don't cut up my mouth. They're so, delicate.
Mm.
Which does make them harder to dip. I'll give you that. Ruffles are better for dipping, but they hurt my mouth
I
too
get some
much.
Fritos.
Oh, Fritos are good. I would even take, honestly, like tortilla chip scoops with French onion dip. I don't care.
Yeah,
It's called fusion. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Chip and dip fusion. It's like a half like a Mexican /
I dip my tortilla chips in
French
peanut
onion
butter.
dip. Do you really?
Mhm.
No.
That's
I mean,
more like
it sounds good,
confusion. Am
actually.
I right? What would you bring? Sam?
Hey, easy.
That sounded like, was that a Billy Madison reference? That's actually a Happy Gilmore reference. That's like a line. Easy.
Easy.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry that I knew that.
Really get those two mixed up.
Yeah? Not me.
Yeah, those are. I just realized that those are two different movies when you said that.
Mhm.
Anyway,
they're both made by the production company Happy Madison.
Interesting.
Is that a coincidence? I think that they might have named that after those movies. I'm not sure.
I heard that was, and it's an acronym. The whole name is.
It's long.
Hi.
That's all. I'm just gonna say it's long. It's just trust me on this. It's
super
long.
long.
We'll put it in the show notes. It's
It's
too
very
long to
funny.
say. It's really funny, and
Mhm.
like it would roll off our tongue if we said it, but we're not gonna right now because we don't want
We
to.
don't
They're
have
not
time.
paying for us either to do that. So.
Yeah.
What do what would you bring?
A belief. I would bring, like a guacamole. Does that count?
Yeah. Would you bring a chip with
Alright.
it?
Tortilla chip.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in you got to keep them separate. Like a Dorito is basically, I know we're far past this, but it's like it tastes like a chip that's been dipped in something.
Yeah. It doesn't need
Isn't
to be
that
dipped.
kind of
Although
Dorito?
I used to dip. This is a gross thing that I can tell you. I used to and still would if I had got to. Doritos dipped in ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which
salty.
Dorito? Like a Cool Ranch?
No, like a
Nacho
cheese. No, my cheese.
Cheesier.
It is no, it's my
Nacho
cheese.
cheese.
Once I buy the Dorito, Johnny, it's my cheese. Okay?
Mm.
I worked hard for that money.
You didn't formulate it. You don't have like the
I heard it
blueprint.
I guess the concept of it doesn't belong to me. You're right. I wouldn't put my name above the line. I wouldn't put it above the title. Nate Chappell's
Would you eat this
Doritos.
You didn't buy
Nate
that right,
Chappell's
yeah.
cheese Doritos. It's not your cheese.
Did you eat
specifically,
would
Snitch. What? Go ahead.
Ketchup?
No, ketchup.
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 Ketchup. What do you say?
Would you,
Ketchup?
would you eat this today? Ketchup. I say ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup. What do you say, Johnny?
Say ketchup.
Don't say it like that.
Ketchup. We both say ketchup.
Ketchup.
And you say, I say,
Ketchup.
you say
Ketchup.
ketchup.
No ketchup, please. As in no ketchup. When I order no ketchup. Would you eat this today? Would you eat ketchup and Doritos?
If it was like around, like I can't imagine I would have a bag of Doritos and then go get a little bowl of ketchup. I think I'm sure what happened is that I had like hot dogs and Doritos or something at some point, you know, and
sprinkled some Doritos on that hot
and it
dog.
just was like, oh, hey, look at this. No, more like it just like some ketchup fell on my Doritos, like your peanut butter got in my chocolate. Your chocolate got my Doritos got in your ketchup. I also like ketchup on mac and cheese on Kraft Dinner though too. So
I've seen people do that. I've never had enough. Like when I get the Kraft, I just can't destroy it. To try it.
Destroy it. Oh, you mean make it much better?
But,
well, what if I don't like it?
The best is. Well, you got another box. Just make 2 boxes. It's fine.
I like it the way it is. I already did make 2 boxes.
If you do like it the way it is, that's fine. I think it's a little lacking. I need it a little tangier.
Yeah, that's right.
So make 4 boxes. By the way, going back to your point, make 4 boxes.
Go to Costco.
Just go to Costco. Get a Costco membership. Now you can use mine. Actually, I don't have one, but I'll get one so you can use it.
Does
what
Johnny
I like to
or
do
his
is
girlfriend
I like to make the best is mac and cheese made and then reheated with ketchup on it.
Oh, whoa!
So I like it better reheated because it coagulates more and it gets like the cheese gets weird and chunky.
It does.
I don't like it so wet, and then you re-wet it basically with ketchup. I don't like the cheese sauce to be super wet. That weirds me out. I like it to really coat around the noodles. That's what this question is asking, I think. If I invited you to a potluck, would you like to have ketchup on your macaroni and cheese? Yeah? Okay.
That's what it really is, yeah.
So the answer is yes from you. And that's a no from you, dogs.
Yep.
So we got answered
unless
that.
there's hot dogs and my mac and cheese.
So that's what I would bring, I guess, is Doritos and ketchup. That would be insane if you went to a potluck. I mean, it's my potluck.
Yeah.
No, it's
you have a bowl of ketchup that's like wrapped in tinfoil that you kind of.
Oh, this is actually
ketchup.
I feel
you
like
put a Tupperware
this is
container.
actually, we were saying this is
casserole dish.
This is for my potluck, but it's not, John. So maybe Questionator would probably like Ruffles better. I just realized this is Questionator's potluck.
For a potluck.
No, it's actually the Questionator asks if the Questionator invited you to a Okay, perfect. That makes sense. Yeah, you thought it was for me. I understand. Okay, next question.
If you could reprogram the sound of your tummy growling, what sound would you choose?
What's the sound that that Mario makes when he shrinks to a little Mario? Yeah. That's it. I do that.
Okay,
that's easy.
That is not too loud or anything. I would take the sample from Little Shop of Horrors, the musical movie, musical. That feed me, Seymour.
It would say something.
Yeah, and then it would be like, maybe like if I didn't, how like sometimes alarms will get louder and more annoying if you don't answer them, or whatever.
So it started off with like when the plants.
So it's like feed me, and then it's like. Then it breaks into Suddenly Seymour, and then like just keeps playing different parts of Little Shop of Horrors. What do you think?
I see. That sounds
I like
good.
It,
yeah,
it'd be dangerous because you'd like maybe starve yourself to listen to more.
Oh, because I love that song.
You do.
Honestly, at this point, it would be like that's how I do intermittent fasting.
That's true.
Yeah.
When you get to a part you don't like, you eat something.
I just like have one.
Hey, would you please eat something already? I'm tired of hearing.
Viv's like constantly trying to give me food to shut up my stomach.
Yeah, just come on.
Suddenly Seymour. Chomp, chomp, chomp. What about you guys? Oh, wait, what about you, John?
The
iPhone.
Originally I was thinking. Yeah. Originally I was thinking, something simple would just be like, hey, I'm hungry. But maybe that'd be kind of boring and annoying. It'd be kind of cool if it, it already makes a cool noise.
I'm hungry.
Would it be funnier
Hello.
if it was like it could talk to you, like not that it was pre-programmed, but more like you've programmed your tummy with some sort of sentience that it could be like, hey.
Right. But it only really comes alive when I'm getting hungry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because normally it's busy,
do
like,
that.
shooting out acids to chop up your food. And then when it's empty,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's all
gets
digesting.
bored and it's like, oh, man, this
How's your
day
day?
is going slowly. Anyway. Well, done with that. Oh, that's like the, but it actually just sounds like it's tummy growling.
Yeah.
It makes this just to like mess with you. It just goes. You can just ask me for something, tummy.
That's pretty good. Stomach growling.
Thanks. Viv has some crazy growls that happen. She calls it the king. Her tummy is the king. And just goes, sometimes it's like, whoa. Like, you can hear it from like a room away. A room away, a room away, a room away, a room away.
In the room, the other room.
Yeah, we all came up with different ones. I like it. We can have several verses. And we don't have to waste time recording them separately. We recorded them together. And I'll just
All one time.
separate the tracks and lay them out, and it'll be great. Huh, huh. We got to both do that part, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On three.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Huh, huh. Hike. Okay. Now we're playing football.
Blue 42.
Speaking of Blue 42, that is all the questions we have for today, and I'm blue for you about that. Now get out there and ask questions. Be curious, not furious, and always remember the first part of question is quest, and the second part is shun. And of course, tune in next time to hear us once again answer several questions.
Thank you for listening to Several Questions, a production of Wolfout Radio. Click on the link in the show notes for more Wolfout shows. If you were going to spend several years in a tiny spaceship to escape the flare... Oh, this isn't a complete question. Here, never mind.